In this lesson, we're going to go more into depth with the handling and working with objects. Some of the information I'm going to go through will be a recap, so you might recognize some of the information, but I do want to go through it all in detail. So first of all, we have a sample floor plan here, and if you remember, I have the option to quickly change colors to objects, and the way I can do that is simply by clicking on an object when I'm in the Objects tab. And in this case, with this strength piece equipment, I have two different options here. I can change the frame color and I can change the upholstery. So let's say I would like to use cranberry upholstery. So I click on it, and if you remember, there is a notice that appears when you're changing colors, and that is if I would like to change all the objects of the same line. And as you see here, we do have several objects of the same line, same product line. And I will say yes now, and you'll see that it actually changes all of them to that color. If we go into 3D and have a look at this, we'll see that it now has the cranberry option right there. And if you remember, you can also do the edit of colors in 3D as well. So I'll do that. And I do that by clicking on the Edit Object button. And now I can click on an object and change the color here as well. So we'll change to suede this time and say yes. If we do that one more time and select Northwoods Green, but I'm going to say no, then we will just change that individual piece. Perfect. Then you have an option which I may not have shown you, and that is normally I move my objects individually, but I can hold down my left mouse button and drag around objects and make a lasso like this. All of the objects will be now activated, and I can move them as a group. Perfect. If we close the 3D, I'll show you that we can do this move in 2D as well. So I can hold down my left mouse button, activate all of the objects that are inside the lasso and move them as a group, or even if I would like to rotate them as a group. But I'm going to bring that back like that. Perfect. So now I would like to move forward to a tab called MyObjects, and it's located right here. And MyObjects allows you to group objects together and save them as a custom favorite group that you can use over and over again for future plans. So let's say I would like to make a group out of these 4 objects right here. So they start flashing in green. Then I can go up to Save as My Object. And we will select a name so we can find this later on. So we'll call this 4 strength pieces. Just a sample name. Click OK. That will now create a thumbnail in my list here. So if we scroll down, right there, we can see 4 strength pieces. And I can drag out that same group of objects. You see those right there? They're marked in blue because once I've created a My Object group, as a default, it's a locked group. And that is just to show you that it is a group. But if I click on any part of this group, I will see a blue button appear here called Group. And if I click on it, I deactivate the group and it's unlocked, and I can do any planning with those 4 objects.